student has to answer 7 out of 10 questions in an examination. If at least 3 of the first 5 questions have to be answered, how many ways can the questions be answered? The first critical thing to be careful of here is the word at least. At least means equal to or greater than whatever number they've given us. Here we want at least 3. Basically this means 3 or 4 or 5 out of the first 5 questions. At least 3 means 3 or 4 or 5 out of the first 5 questions. We also know that or typically means addition. The other thing I want you to be careful of here is the student has to answer at least 7, or excuse me, not at least, she has to answer 7 questions. Okay, so that's important for us to remember. Okay, at least 7 questions. Now, let's first look at how does the student answer 3 of the first 5. Well, if there's 5 total first questions, and the student is going to choose to answer 3 of them, that's 5 choose 3. Now, they also have to answer 4 questions from the 5 that remain. So this statement here says we have 3 questions chosen from the first 5 and 4 questions chosen from the second 5. Now, let's look at the situation where they answer 4 out of the first 5. 5 first questions. They're going to choose to answer 4, and they also now have to take the second 5 questions and choose 3 to give the student a total of 7 answered questions. Also, let's look at the last scenario where there's 5 first questions and they choose 5, and in addition they go to the second 5 and now they only have to answer 2 to give the student a total of 7 questions answered. Now, we'll forego this math. This was covered in earlier problems and lectures. If you need to go back and scribble on your paper, that's fine, but when you do 5 choose 3, you should get 10. 5 choose 4 should yield 5. So in the first situation where we choose 3 from 5 and 4 from 5, we see there's 50 possible ways of doing this. The second situation, 5 choose 4 should yield 4. 5 choose 3 should yield 10. So in our second situation, there's also 50 ways to choose 4 from 5 and 3 from 5. Lastly, 5 choose 5 is always 1. Anything choose itself is always just 1. And 5 choose 2 is 10. Okay? So we see there's a total of 50 plus 50 plus 10, or 110 total ways that we can answer these questions under the given stipulations. The correct answer is E. To recap, be careful of the word at least. It means greater than or equal to. Be careful that you are answering 7 questions, not some lower number. And means multiplication or means addition.